on our right here is only 3.5, 5 feet total for the algae and everything that's in here. But we need to grab magnets, we need to dive on it, we need to see what's going on. From time to time, we have those oh crap moments. And right now, this is one of those moments where Peter and we just checked out what appeared to be a rumor to us, but it's one of those things that was sounded so credible that we had to jump in the water. Right there.
For families who have all but given up on finding their loved ones, this team is a last hope. Civilian divers cracking cold cases for free.
The email states, "Hi Jared and team. I'm located in the suburbs of St. Louis, Missouri. Wednesday night, February 23rd, 2022, at approximately 6 p.m., my wife and I witnessed an incident where a vehicle had driven off the roadway into a body of water. My wife pointed out the vehicle in the water, but I was unable to look and see it due to the snow and ice conditions and had to focus on driving." Now, they were driving up on this interstate up here, heading across. We turned around at the next available spot on the highway to get a better look and potentially render aid. By the time we arrived on scene, emergency vehicles were arriving. The vehicle was fully submerged at this time. There was one other witness on scene that could be heard telling the officers the vehicle was under the water. There were no potential occupants that would have exited the vehicle. There were visible tire tracks leaving from the roadway and into the water. We did not stay on scene as the proper authorities had arrived and would handle the situation, or so we thought. Here's where it gets interesting. The state's traffic camera system had been pointed at the direction and is viewable via an app. So there's a camera right over here is what I'm told, and we also have pictures that we'll throw up on screen showing the emergency vehicles that were here. We checked the camera approximately every 20 minutes later to check in on the situation and see if they had begun recovery. They had not, and no recovery vehicles were visible. I checked again another 15 minutes later and the scene had been cleared. They did not recover the vehicle, and it does not appear they would have recovered a body or even would have had time to find and check the vehicle for any potential victims. I returned to the scene today, February 25th, 2022, to see if there were any signs of a recovery attempt. This would have been very clear as there was snow on the ground. There are no fresh disturbances to the snow, and it appears the original tracks leading to the water are the most recent set of tire tracks in the area. The Missouri Highway Patrol keeps a running public record of traffic incidents, including all fatalities. There's no data on this website referencing this date or this location. If there was someone in the vehicle, which seems to be the case, they are still in there. Obviously, you guys have to do your due diligence before you make a trip to search, so I'll provide as much info as needed. The responding police department was Maryland Heights, Missouri. Not sure if any information can be obtained from them regarding if they are planning a recovery. This is the intersection of the two highways, and the land is owned presumably by the state, so I'm not sure if you are even allowed to do what you do there. The body of water is essentially a retaining pond. Not sure of its depth, but it's deep enough to allow a pickup truck to be fully submerged and not seen. I've attached the photo of the scene as mentioned above and a screenshot of Google Maps showing the location. The photo was taken at an approximate tire track location. There are other tire tracks visible in the photo, but to me they seem to be older as the ones going into the water overlap them. The last photo attached is a screenshot of the app that the traffic cameras are available from. I have checked the state's active missing persons website as well, and there's no information that could relate to this incident. If there's someone in there, the family will be missing them. If you need me to go back and get more photos of the scene, I can arrange that if it helps. The snow will probably start melting on Sunday, so any visible evidence will be harder to see or totally lost. So I had responded, asked him if, if he'd heard anything else. On March 6th, I get a reply, says, Jared, I have not heard any further information about the incident. I again checked the Missouri Highway Patrol accident report list, and there are no reports pointing to this location. There are no new active missing persons cases listed with the Highway Patrol either that have someone going missing within the recent time period. We went by this location again on Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. While we didn't stop to do a close examination, we were able to glance by from the road. There didn't seem to be any soil disturbances from the heavy recovery equipment. I have not yet reached out to any law enforcement as I felt they may not be able to divulge that kind of information to the general public. And then on the 24th, I had asked him again. Nathan responded. He said, I just checked the Highway Patrol's accident report website again, and there's no reports any accidents at this location. I passed the location again this past weekend, and there didn't appear to be any disturbances along the accessible bank from any recovery equipment. There are no new news articles covering it either. I know this may not be as big of a case as what you normally do since we have no missing person attached or any real background, but every time I drive by, I look at the lake and I just can't shake the feeling of not knowing if there's someone down there. I know you probably have lots of cases to investigate, but maybe this could be a sort of a pit stop along the way on another investigation. This is a small body of water and wouldn't take very long to scan. Appreciate the communication. So I reached out to Nathan again today, October 13th. I asked him if he'd heard anything. He said he did not, and we're actually passing by. This really is a pit stop for us as we're heading west. We put the boat in. Peter and I were in the boat. We were scanning it. It was so shallow where the moss and the weeds and everything were growing. Our motor actually got tangled up. We completely bulged our side scan, and you can't even use the side scan in there. It's only 1.5 feet before the weeds start. And then Peter looks down.
That's a good 80 feet off the shore. It's just hitting into 5 feet of water. Yeah. Just 5 feet. That's all it took. And it was just a left of
it. And that brings you into the story. That's why my heart is racing right now. I'm going to get back out into the water. I've got Down Under Dan from Australia that's been with us for the past couple of weeks. He's suited up. He's going to get in the water as soon as we get this marked. Dude, my heart's racing right now.
Absolutely, mate. And look, we're not jumping to any conclusions, but there needs to be some serious answers. If there are remains in this car, then serious answers need to be asked. As a police officer, it's just not good enough. I'm sorry. I'm not going to throw any police under the bus, but you're still going to be held accountable. It's unacceptable.
Oh,
if there's someone in there. If someone's got out of the vehicle and swam to shore and then they were recovered, no worries, then that's fine.
But they would have been up here on shore. That's what Nathan was saying. There was the other witness who was up here. They stopped off up here, and there was nobody that swam out of the vehicle that was on shore.
Yep, and hearing that, let's get it in, get marked, and let's dive on it and see what we can see.
All right, we'll do. So those tire tracks that we showed you, we'll show them here again, appeared to be just on the right-hand side of the tall tree there. So if we line up with that tall tree and we come out here about 80 feet, we're going to be looking straight down into the water here, where we're going to be dropping the magnet. And right through here, Carson, you should see a red top of a pickup truck. Right there, see it? Did you see it? Right there. Right there. other paddle. Thank you. So here's the depth to the top of it. That far underwater. Can't tell if that window's up or down. I don't know if that's front or side or what that one is. It almost looks like it's a like a 4Runner or something. So right here, this appears to be the back. So I think the driver's side is right here.
Yeah, I'm sitting on it.
Yeah, so you're in the bed of the pickup truck.
Yep. No,
Okay.
I'm on the roof.
Yeah, you're on the roof.
Yep.
So the bed of the pickup truck should be behind you.
Yep.
I felt the windshield here.
You want number plate first or?
I would check the windows first. Check all the windows.
Driver's windows down.
Okay.
Seat belts disconnected.
Okay.
Feel down onto the seat, nothing.
That's good news.
So I'll go the other side now.
Okay. Four-door pickup?
4-door.
Yeah. We'll want to check the back too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, the back window's up on this side.
Okay. Well, yeah, we might have to break windows. I mean, if he's
Yeah,
not.
of course.
He's at the front of the truck getting the license plate, I think. He's off of the cab quite a ways.
Strange, I can't find a plate on it.
Okay.
Big red Ford. Two windows on these side are up. That window's there. Can't find a plate front or back. Which is a bit weird.
Okay. So only the driver's window is down.
Yeah, and the seatbelt's unclicked.
Okay. I would say in this situation, let's just go ahead and bust the windows.
Okay.
Because even if there is a body in there, one is we're dealing from February. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So 8 months. Most of the body's still going to be intact.
Yeah.
As well as we're dealing with it's not very deep, it's slow, we don't have a current, we're not going to lose them, so we can always re-secure the windows. We just need to identify.
So you're happy with that?
Yeah. So 3 windows are up,
Three windows up.
windshield's intact, and back window's intact.
Yeah.
Only the driver's window is the only window that's down.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, let's pop all the windows.
All the windows.
Yeah, I'll pop them all until you can clear the entire vehicle. Air compressor.
Back seats full of tools. You probably saw the compressor pop up.
Yep.
No signs of any human motor.
Okay.
So
Well, we need to.
I've just popped the 3 windows. I've reached in as far as I could. As I said, I had to pull that compressor out of the way. Bag of Milwaukee tools on the back seat. On this side. Went around this side, there's a few other bits of tools and stuff. Went back to the driver's seat. Got right in there. Nothing in the front passenger seat.
Okay.
I haven't popped the back window or the windscreen. I don't think there's need to.
Yeah. No, if you can reach in the back seat. I would do one more dive if you can.
Yep.
Just check inside the driver's door, see if there's a wallet or anything in there, or if there's a center console.
Yep.
See if there's a, or on the dash, see
Yep.
if by chance there's a wallet.
Yep.
Because then, I mean, we still need to.
I'll go back down and try and find another plate.
Yeah.
There's got to be a plate on it.
Yeah.
It's just, you
Well,
know where the
but
tow
if it's a
hitch
new vehicle, then it would have a like a temporary tag hung in the back window is where it would be. So that could be here in the States. That's what they do.
Okay.
Um,
It looks brand new.
Yeah. I mean, if it was brand new. So then we have to see if we can identify, get a hold of the PD that would actually called out,
Yeah.
see if they have any additional reports on it, that
Yep.
they were able to identify it. And, you know, maybe he tried to escape and he's somewhere between here and the shore. You know, that's why we need to get hold of the PD also. If they, what was their final result on this?
Absolutely.
Is the window that's down, is it broken down? Like, or is it
Wound
just,
down.
is just wound down?
Just found out.
Okay. All right, yeah, let's see if we can identify a plate to
Yeah.
get any more information. All windows are popped. No remains inside. He's gonna see if he can, he can't find a plate. He's gonna try again. Gonna look for a wallet as well. And we'll need to call PD, see what the story is on this. And there could still be somebody between here and shore. I mean, my thought on it is that Nathan and his wife made it back here. They were able to let us know that there was another witness on scene as well, and that with that time frame from how long the truck had been underwater at that point to emergency vehicles being on scene, witness being on scene, them coming back, and nobody over here that is wet and drenching saying, oh, I just crashed my truck into the water. We have no driver at this moment in time with a 10 to 15 minute period minimum that had went by. Yeah, call PD, see if they know anything about it. It's a newer Ford 250 Lariat, 4-door, red. February 23rd is when it went in. They responded. See if they know anything about it and if the driver was found.
The driver's door was locked.
Say again?
The driver's door was locked.
Okay.
But I managed to unlock it, or I can actually open the door.
Okay.
So I just wanted to get the light first, though, before I did that, and just have a good look inside.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because obviously my torch is doing nothing.
Okay.
We have successfully located the vehicle. It's a newer model Ford F250 Lariat. We have a diver in the water. We have not identified any remains in the vehicle, but we're not sure if this has been something that's been cleared by you guys.
Okay, I actually just got advised by one of my supervisors that we do know of that vehicle.
Oh, you do know that vehicle? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's great. I will let our team know. They are aware of the vehicle in the retaining pond. I just spoke with dispatch, and they said that they are aware of the vehicle in the retaining pond.
Okay. Did they say anything about the driver?
They're saying that the people that owned the truck couldn't afford to get it out.
They got out?
They couldn't afford to get it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the people are alive then.
That's what she says she believes to be the case, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good news. The owners of the vehicle could not afford to get the vehicle out. But they did make it out, it sounds like. Hey, so we have good news. The PD has identified or confirmed that the vehicle here they know about, the occupants did make it out. They just can't afford to get the truck out. They don't have the money to do so.
It's full of tools.
Full of tools. Yeah, if they would have gotten the tools out, they could have probably reimbursed it.
All Milwaukee, everything.
Really?
Yeah.
All power tools?
Yep.
Wow.
All this stuff. Yeah.
Any good hand tools?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah, the spanners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
Do they want their key back?
Give it back to them.
All right. All right.
Good, but disappointing.
I agree with you completely. I mean, good, disappointing. Our heart rate was racing for a little bit today.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that's why we do follow up on these rumors to see if they're true or not. I mean, there could have been somebody inside. So we appreciate Nathan and his wife for reaching out to us, letting us know about the truck. It was not just a random rumor. There really was a vehicle in here, and luckily, nobody passed away on this one. So we appreciate each and every one of you for supporting our channel. Be sure to check out Down Under Dan His YouTube channel is linked down below. Support him. He's up here in the States learning our techniques, the way that we scan, the way that we search, the way that we work with law enforcement. He has his own way of working with law enforcement because, you know, he has a law enforcement background as well, 12 years on the force down under. So be sure to support Dan. All of that is free to simply subscribe. We appreciate your support, and hopefully on the next one, we'll be able to help another family bring home their lost loved one. Thank you for supporting. Later.